Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to RabbiForMe.org and Chabad of Temecula. Tonight, we're talking about Mayor Giuliani. Don't get me wrong, Mayor Giuliani is someone that rarely makes a mistake. He was the one that set New York straight, and they're still running off his guidance today. Last week, Mayor Giuliani said something that, although I usually say everything is right, and even the whole gist of his talk was on target, there was one little piece that I felt was a little bit off, and I'm going to show it to you right now.
The Quran. He knows it has good parts and bad parts. And what has to be done is they need a Protestant Reformation, a Catholic Counter-Reformation. They need a Jewish reform movement and a conservative movement that puts some realism into some other forms of things that are in the Bible. They've never had that happen.
Okay. For those that didn't hear, Mayor Giuliani was talking about the rise in terrorism and specifically Islamic terrorism. There has been a lot of talk about whether you use the word, do you associate terrorism with the word Islam. There are some people that say that, well, 99% of the terrorism that occurs in the world is from Islamic terrorists that commit terrorism in the name of religion. And then the other side says, well, these people are so radical, they're not even they don't represent Islam, so you can't really associate whatever they're doing with the religion of Islam. Mayor Giuliani is saying that you need to call it what it is. These people, and there are millions of them, that are radical and committing terrorism in the name of their religion, Islam. You need to call it what it is, and you need to stop it. He's also saying, and the piece that you just heard now, he was saying that the religion of Islam, just like the Christian Bible and like the Torah, it has parts that seem like they preach peace, but it also has parts that preach violence. And if you just take the book and read it at face value, there is definitely a source in these books for violence. What Mayor Giuliani is saying is that just like the Catholic Church reformed to take out these obsolete parts of the Bible, and the Jewish reform and conservative movements that changed the obsolete and out-of-date parts of the Torah, the Islamic religion needs to have a reform to denounce all of these violent parts and all of these whatever the source of violence is, that needs to be taken out and reformed. What is that? What is wrong with that? If you look, the reason why the Catholic Church was in need of a reform is because there were crusades. People were killing in the name of religion. Why does Islam need a reform? Because they are killing people in the name of religion. The Jewish people it's the only religion that is still existent today. There are Orthodox Jews, and they are no more violent than any Reformed Jews or conservative Jews. And you might even say, on the contrary, that there is less crime from the Orthodox movement. In Chabad, we actually don't like terms Reformed, conservative, Orthodox. A Jew is a Jew. But we're just talking about the ideology. Judaism is the only religion that, at the same time that you can have these ultra-Orthodox people that believe that the Torah is exactly the way that it was, like we said before we went on air, the Torah is the only thing that's not obsolete, unlike the e-machines that I saw in that car mechanic. Those same ultra-Orthodox Jews and that believe in those passages of the Torah that one could take violence out of, those same Jews will not commit violence. We're going to talk about it after. If you're in Google, we'd love to hear your opinion. See you next week. 7 p.m. Pacific time. I'm sorry. 7 p.m. Pacific time is the Hangout. 7:30 Pacific time is the broadcast on YouTube. See you next week.